Ty Bartel with another edition of Coach's Corner. This time we go to Soup City, home of the Campbell Memorial Red Devils boys basketball head coach Nick Canterino joins me today. Coach, how we doing?
Good. How you doing, Ty?
Not doing too bad myself, Coach. I always like to start off with a question about practices. We're in the thick of things now. Practices have started. You're getting a look at what the team looks like. How does it look from your perspective, Coach?
We're excited. It's always nervous trying to wait for tryouts. Waiting for football season to end. You got guys who are kind of sitting around. We're kind of conditioning, doing stuff like that. But everyone's just looking forward to that week of tryouts. And now you're sitting here. We got a scrimmage coming up Saturday, so we're just trying to put everything in that we need and trying to see roles people fit in. And we'll know a lot more on Saturday. But we're liking the competitiveness and how practices are going so far.
You win the conference once, and it could be called a good year. You shared it last year, albeit, but you win it twice in a row. Then there starts to become expectations. What are the expectations now for the Red Devils in that conference? Very tough MVAC grade conference.
Yeah, it's a good basketball conference. But like you said, we won it the last 2 years. I think last year kind of surprised some people. Because again, we didn't really know what to expect last year, losing a lot of the seniors the year before. But we had guys really step up and really play some good ball at the second half of the year last year. So, we bring a lot back. So the expectations are to try to win it for the third straight time.
Let's take a little segment of meet the team. Let's know who these impact players are going to be on the Red Devils this year.
Okay, so we have 3 returning all-league guys. David Moore was one of the player of the years in the league last year. Really expecting him to step up leadership-wise, kind of take that next step. Josue Rodriguez is a junior. He was a first-team all-league guy. Really good three-point shooter last year. And now he kind of put more to his game. He can handle a little bit better now. So we're expecting him to take a little jump. Isaiah Flores is another senior. He was an all-league guy. A lot of skill, good guard. Again, expecting him to step up a little bit. We have 2 other returning starters that started at some point. Christos Davis is a guard, and Mahali Koulias is an energy guy who's going to do good in the trap and press. And then we got a kid who would have played a lot for us last year, but he got hurt during football, missed the whole year, Tion Harris. We're excited. He brings some size and some energy for us. So we're excited. And then we have some other guys that we're trying to figure out what their roles are. So again, we're excited to have a lot of bodies that are able to do some different things in the court.
Got to be excited about this non-conference schedule you guys were able to put together too. Who are some of these faces that pop up that you're excited to get to see their brand of basketball and test your boys against it?
Yeah, pretty similar to last year. We only have one change. We replaced Niles with Poland. But again, we have Mooney, we have Badger, JFK, Struthers, Boardman. We have a pretty tough non-conference. A lot of people who've had a lot of success recently, a lot of good coaches. And again, that's what you want to see. You want to go against these tough teams and see how your kids respond.
Talking about brands of basketball, can we expect a similar brand of Red Devil basketball this year, or are there some slight tweaks and changes in the game plan with what you got?
Yeah, it's always kind of similar. You kind of make your adjustments based on the personnel. We're still going to try to get up and down. We think we're going to shoot it really well this year. We got a handful of guys who can really shoot the ball. So we're excited for that. But, yeah, we want an up and down game. We want a lot of possessions. We want to get a lot of shots up.
I always like to talk about the coaching staff as well, because I know a coach is only as great as the staff he puts around him. What's the staff look like this year for the Red Devils?
We bring everybody back. My assistant's Paulo DePasquale. Very good, teaching the skills. He had some success at Lowville. One of my former players, Elijah McCaskill, is a JV coach. And then we brought on a former Camel guy, Benji Santiago, who's going to do our freshman with us. But he brings a lot of energy, and we like having him around. He fits in well with us.
I always like to talk about this Red Devil fan base too, because they are so passionate, and I feel like basketball really kind of re-energized and rejuvenated that fan base in Campbell Memorial, and it's brought them to all kinds of sporting venues. What's this fan base like, and what's their support mean to you?
Oh, it's incredible. When this gym gets packed, it gets so loud. It's so exciting to be a part of that when there's a lot of people in the stands. And the kids feed off it. We usually have a lot of support from the community, which again is awesome to see. Kids love it. It just gives you those big game atmospheres, like tournament atmosphere, when we get good crowds like that. So we always appreciate the support from the community.
Coach, one of my final questions for you today, and it's more of a theme that I'm doing with all head coaches this year, and it's
Okay.
the love of the game, the love of the sport of basketball. It brings us all together each and every year, no matter our role in it, whether we're on the floor, the sidelines, press box, doesn't matter. We all love the sport. Where'd that love for the sport of basketball begin for you? Do you have a very early memory? Do you have a pinpoint of where the love began?
Yeah, the very first game I ever watched was a Duke Arkansas game, NCAA tournament game, in the early '90s, and it was just incredible. It was like the Grant Hill, again, just kind of fell in love with it at a young age and been following it ever since.
Coach, we are rooting so hard for the Red Devils' continued success. I love what you've been able to do with this program so far,
Appreciate
and
that.
the success that you've continued to have from last year to hopefully going into this year. I know we're going to cross paths a couple times this year again, Coach, and YSN will cross paths with you, of course, throughout this season. This has been a first edition of Coach's Corner with the man with a plan at the head helm of the boys basketball team over at Campbell Memorial, Mr. Nick Canterino.
Appreciate it, Ty.